we're just very excited for our developers. We're very excited for them, and lucky enough to have Ryan Maier here, the lead singer of Will and the Wolf, to launch this thing properly. What is up, my man?
I'm doing really well. I'm just really excited to do this. This is really cool. Cool to see people's faces. I'm really excited about how this interface looks. I haven't done a whole lot of these like live stream shows, so I've prepared some things accordingly. Normally, I'm with the band playing on stage, but this is like perfect for times like this where shows are getting canceled left, right, and center. So this is awesome.
Well, I was thinking for me, I've done a lot of hosting in the past, but usually I have to spend gas money to get there. So if this is a wave of the future, I'm going to save a lot of money.
I was gonna say I could do the old lame Anchorman joke where I'm not wearing any pants, but I'm wearing
Well, we
pants.
hope you're standing by at least song three to get things really going then.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would also like to shout out the fact that Ryder and I did call ahead and coordinate our outfits. So
I was thinking that we kind of look alike. I just look like maybe your uncle.
we go way back. We might as well be family.
Yeah, we do go way back. Let's launch this thing together. Why don't we play a song? Tell us what you're going to be performing and the story behind it.
Sure. Okay, so I'm going to do a song right now called Do It Loud. This is actually a song that our band Whale and the Wolf has in our repertoire. It's online, it's streaming, it's going to sound a lot different, stripped down this time, of course. Like in acoustic, it's a lot louder and a lot of crazy guitar stuff happens in it when you listen to it, in the streaming form. But this song and most of my songs they're not autobiographical by any stretch. Like my life is pretty boring in the best ways possible, I would say. But I do seem to always surround myself with people with very interesting, entertaining, and tumultuous relationships. And I seem to write songs about them and their trials and tribulations, whether they know it or not. So, nothing but content for me to write songs about. This song, Do It Loud, about a relationship that ended rather terribly. So, here's how it goes. Cross your heart and hope to die. Move your lips, tell another lie. If you're going to curse, choose your words wisely. Break up the dirt and baby, show me your sins. I wanna know where you've been. And if you tell me first, we can do this quietly. Or we can do it loud. Or we can do it loud. Loud. Drop that knee, do the diamond ring. Cop that lead just to change your name. Our folks, she just doesn't think too highly. Break out the dirt and baby, show me your skin. I wanna know where you've been. And if you tell me first, we can do this quietly. Or we can do it loud, 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 loud.
inspiration from the Walmart Yodel kid for that one?
What?
That Walmart Yodel kid. Some of those.
Yeah, not bad, eh? I basically ripped him off. Actually, I wrote that song way before he did. He ripped me off.
Oh, perfect.
Actually,
You both grew up in Saskatchewan. When it comes to your songwriting, do you think like where you're from subconsciously works its way into songs? Because I listen to Will and the Wolf and I hear a lot of stuff and it just like it resonates.
dude, it's so funny you say that because this next song is like I was gonna bring that up, like exactly about like this next song. Yes, the songs that Whale and the Wolf like are written about. A lot of it is I feel like the prairies are definitely 100% the setting behind them, whether it's Edmonton or Saskatoon where I grew up. But this next song, oddly enough, now that you mention it, it is not a Whale and the Wolf song. It's one that I haven't dusted off for quite a long time. And that's the nice thing about doing something like this is I'm pulling stuff out that I haven't done for a long time and get to dust it off and play it again because usually I'm just playing Whale and the Wolf stuff, rehearsing it like crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of cut my teeth playing and writing music like this with just an acoustic guitar and like playing at bars by myself on a stool and hoping people would listen and whatnot. And this is a song, this next one called Going Home. That funny enough is like exactly about sort of back in Saskatoon. I was just back there. I hadn't been home in like 2 years because of COVID. I just didn't go back and like missed the hell out of Saskatchewan, Saskatoon. And I finally drove through Saskatoon 2 weeks ago. And this song just popped right into my head because it was like just all the reminiscing, all like, one day I kind of want to live in the house that I grew up in. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Like, I don't know if that's probably just wishful
Totally.
thinking. It's probably never going to happen again, but like, I don't know. That's being wistful. But that's what this song's about. It's called Going Home.
Okay. Go away.
Here she goes. Going home to where I'm from. Wonder if it's the same kingdom. I remember when I was young. Wonder if I'll ever live again on that road. I still remember the smell of the flowers my mom would grow. But I'm off again. Got other places to go down the road. Down the road from where I'm from, there are people that I have known forever and for years to come. Wonder if I'll ever live again on that road. I still remember the smell of the flowers my mom would grow. But I'm off again. Got other places to go down the road. here I am, where I'm from. No other sky like up above. I'd love to die under the prairie sun. Wonder if
He's really good, hey Ben?
live again on that road. I still remember the smell of the flowers my mom would grow. But I'm off again, got other places to go down the road.
Hello.
That's great.
Hey, can you hear me?
Gotcha, yeah.
Okay. That was awesome. Okay, you mentioned in that song your mom's flowers.
Yeah.
She used to grow. I was just thinking, like, if I was gonna put anyone's family that I know on my Mount Rushmore of favorite families, that the Maiers would have to be there. Your sister and I have a cool history of just working together at both of our first radio stations, I think, and
Do you
gotten
remember,
to
like,
meet
I
your
remember the
mom and
first time I ever met you, the first time I met you was at that, like, really shady, like, townhouse thing. Yeah, you remember that in Lloyd? Like, we were slummed pretty bad back then, hey?
I think that's when Selvia was around.
Yeah.
I've had two experiences of that, neither of which I enjoyed. But yeah, your family's obviously a big part of your life. They're wonderful. Your parents are hilarious. Are they musical? Like, has music just always been a part of your fam?
Yes, like forever and ever. My parents played in a band called the Gypsies, and there we were like this is way back when I was living in Loon Lake, Saskatchewan. I was born there. It's like way up north. You have to like Google Map that. Still beautiful, beautiful country, but like it's a tiny, tiny town, and that was all that they could really do to cut loose a bit. They get the old family van out, and it was like probably like a 9 piece. Like they had awesome harmonies. Like all the sisters sang. Everyone in the family was in the band. It was just what happened. And they'd travel all over Saskatchewan and Alberta and play weddings and stuff and just rip it. So I grew up around that all the time. Was always at like hall parties and they'd be playing at it. So it was just thrown into it a bit. And we always just had like a drum kit and like a PA system in our basement that I was allowed to mess around with. So from a young age, I was subject to it, and it was just like got the bug early. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Came by it naturally. Your parents must just love coming to shows.
Oh, they love it. Yeah, it's like their favorite thing ever. They love it. Yeah.
Shows have been hard to come by the last couple of years as the lead singer of Will and the Wolf, a band that probably leans on money made from live performances. How tough has the last couple of years been?
It's been, I mean, you can't understate how bad it's been to the live music industry across the board, especially on the level where we're at, where we're an independent band. We've been very fortunate with a lot of the opportunities we've been given when things have been open, and we've played some really awesome shows that sort of like because they like we hadn't played in a long time. All the venues are kind of like let's throw them some extra dough, like they've been hurting for a while. But I would say that it is kind of the venues that have taken the biggest kicking. A lot of great venues have closed down across Western Canada and across Canada in general. That like it's like it was really sad. Like it was like losing a loved one when you like heard it and saw it like online. And there was no way to say goodbye to it. Like you didn't know ever that it was your last time playing at that venue. But it just was like one that just happened was there was this bar in Kelowna called Fernando's, and it was awesome. Like it was like one of our favorite venues ever. And like the the guy who did sound for us, he was an elderly gentleman, and he was just one of the coolest guys ever. His name was Orist. Orist was his name. And he passed away during COVID, and then the bar shut down, and it was just one of those things where you're just like, yeah, this sucks. Like everything sucks. You know what I mean? But that all being said, things are coming back. We were fortunate. We had music in the can that we could release and really go to town with online. And we're lucky enough that we have like a graphic designer and a music video like director in our band who plays piano. So like we've been able to look really busy online. And that's like half the battle, you know?
Yeah, you gotta look alive, even if you're not.
Yeah.
I always post pictures of me exercising when I'm laying down.
Hey, there you go, man. Same attitude, you know?
Yeah. All right, what do you got for us next?
Yeah, this is another one that I dug out, and I think I only played this live once with our old band called the Teenage Gentlemen, and one of your coworkers, Lachlan Cross, played the harmonica in this band. Like this is like going back like probably 8-9 years. Yeah, we were called the Teenage Gentlemen. I think the only time we ever played this was at this venue called the Pawn Shop, which is like a legendary venue in Edmonton, and that closed down. So anyway, yeah, I just dug this out, and I was like, man, I get to play this again, so I'm gonna play it again. I don't even think it has a name, so that's where we're at with
it. It doesn't have a name?
Nope. And
okay, if you want to comment below with suggestions for the song name, feel free.
I would also say that this song, once again, not autobiographical. The words are not supposed to be coming from me. They're coming from a really bad dude who's in a really bad relationship. He's not a good guy, so I hope that it doesn't, shine on me.
There we go. Nicest wife ever.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, take it away, my man.
You got it. Girl's been coming home later at night. I could ask, but it'd start a fight, and I've done things that she wouldn't like to. To know her is the lover, yeah, she's so damn fine, but time finds a way of changing your mind. We give it all we got, then we got nothing left to do. But baby's got a temper, she can't remember the last time I felt it was late last December. And if we don't change, we all just stay the same. And I'm no beginner, no, I'm a seasoned sinner, and my words get up in her, and I got no filter when I get mad. You best stay out of my way. Don't cry, I won't do this again. I'll try, just please don't tell your friends, cause you and I, we can really fly. It's so damn good. Don't say goodbye, let's just get high and start all over again. Moves like a rock in the wind, like the Andes grow and the ocean descends. I can see it coming and it all gonna turn to bend. And I can see it coming from a mile away. This bridge we built, well, it's starting to sway, and I'm sure to come down as all things go away. But baby's got a temper, she can't remember the last time I felt it was late last December. And if we don't change, it all just stays the same. And I'm no beginner, no, I'm a seasoned sinner, and my words get up in her, and I got no filter when I get mad. You best stay out of my way. Don't cry, I won't do this again. I'll try, just please don't tell your friends, cause you and I, we can really fly when it's good, it's so damn good. Say goodbye, just get high and start all over again. That's it.
It's got a temper. You like the cheers?
Yeah, I love it, man. I'm like, yeah, keep it coming.
I need to. Every time I make a good dad joke that Lisa doesn't laugh at, my co-host, I'll fire up one of those.
Let me know. You know what I like about the cheers? It's funny. Like when we're organizing a live set, we always like anticipate in between songs like time for tuning, and we're like, They'll probably cheer for about 15 seconds after this one, so we're gonna have lots of time to tune. And there's those shows, let's say 5, 6 years ago, where it's like, nah, we weren't getting 15 seconds of cheering. So it's like, tune, man.
Yeah, I'm emceeing my 27th wedding this winter in November, and I have the same thing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna tell this joke and then walk off the stage, and people are just gonna be losing it. And I just like, it's so quiet, I can hear my feet on the stairs as I walk off the stage.
Yeah.
Not as planned.
No, what do you do, man?
Yeah, I've mentioned radio before. You have a long history in radio.
Yeah, man.
A pretty awesome career there for
12 years in radio. I'm all washed up now. I'm out, kid. But no, it was a blast doing that. Like, just, I mean, all the people you meet along the way and get to hang out with, like you yourself, like just kind of knowing you. And I remember you were in Fort McMurray doing radio, and I think I was doing was it Fort Lloyd when I was doing a call-in thing? You've been all over the map.
Yeah, I would have been in Bonnyville at the time.
Right. Yes.
I think it was a prank phone call where we were making fun of Fort McMurray.
Yes, that's right. Yes, of course. But of course, right?
So I have a question. Like, Veins is your second last release.
Yeah.
Throw Me a Rope is your current.
Yeah.
You get some radio love, especially in Western Canada. What does it feel like as a guy who has spent time on the radio to then be driving and hear your song on the radio?
It never gets old, ever. Like,
no.
I don't think it ever will. That last song, Veins, that we did like a pretty hardcore radio campaign with, we just knew that off the EP that we were putting out, like, because you have to believe in it, But like, we knew off the hop, we're like, this one's gonna be it. Like, I think we're gonna get some radio play with it. We're gonna like spend a lot of emotion on this one, a lot of emotional dollars, a lot of promo bucks on it, and like spend a lot of marketing time and like put a lot of thought into the music video that comes out with it, and like really build this giant campaign around it. And it did work out, and it's been on the charts, the alt rock charts, for like 3 months now, and it's like just like those like bucket list spins where you're like, okay, we got played on the Edge in Toronto. Like, I've dreamt about that forever and ever, but at the same time, it's like, right, it was a big deal for us. You're always like, okay, what next? Like, you need to always take the time to like reflect on the accomplishments, but it's like, I find that I'm very much like stir crazy and like, okay, what's next? What's the next hurdle we want to get to next? So always really cool, but it's like, okay, what can we get to next and what can we do next? So yeah,
it's a nice mix of like appreciating what you got and a hunger for more. But I mean, I think any successful artist has that, so keep that. What do you got next for us?
Well, 7:25. I got 2 more songs left. I can shave this down. Do we got to go a solid 30 on this, or can we go a little over to get 2 in there?
Yeah, we can fit in 2. Why not?
Yeah, this next song is called Supposed To. And it's another one that we do in Whale and the Wolf. It's not recorded yet. But it's kind of a bit more of an Americana vibe, and it really fits with what we're doing right now with just the acoustic guitar. So here we go. Supposed To by Whale and the Wolf.
Go get it.
Dad, he was a working man, and he's dead through and through. Grandpa taught him strong and tough, tried tested and true. And he said, you can tell a lot about a man by the way he walks, the way he carries on. Oh, on. Take a look at the books he's reading, with whom he's speaking, the way he talks to his mama. Oh, and he said, "Sonny, don't you come back, don't you come back unless you walk those lines, get step in those minds. You change your mind, get that shine in your eye like you're supposed to, like you're supposed to, like you're supposed to." Lady had a lovely plan with a white fence and a view. She betted on a prairie boy who seemed to fit that shoe. And she said, "You can tell a lot about a man by the lady he loves, the woman that he won. Take a look at the car he's driving, the money that he's hiding away, his wife's hand that it's sure on, sure on." And she said, "Sonny, don't you come back, don't you come back unless you walk that aisle, get dropping those lines, you change your mind, get that shine in your eye like you're supposed to, like you're supposed to, like you're supposed to." And where are you now? To the most. Life is out, white the way it I rolled. And she said, "Sonny, won't you come back, won't you come back, Sonny, won't you come back home." She said, "Sonny, won't you come back, I think I'll carry on, I think I'll carry on, I think I'll carry on." I said, "I think I'll carry on, I think I'll carry on, I'm gonna carry on."
My daughter's been watching from the background and has been enjoying herself.
Oh,
This is
hey.
Charlie. Yeah, you met her when she was very little, I think.
No kidding, it's been 100 years.
Charlie has a question for you.
Yes, Charlie, fire away.
How long did you do music classes for, and did they ever get boring?
Okay, so are you talking about like music classes?
Yeah.
Did I take music? Okay, so I am one of those guys who is like somewhat self-taught. I did take guitar lessons at quite a young age for quite a bit, probably for about 2 years. But I learned very much through ear, which is one way to go about it, and a lot of people do. But I would say that our band is about 50-50 for like self-taught, learned by the ear, and then the other ones are like schooled, Grant McEwen, like really talented musicians. And I would say that it's probably the better route to go is to like go to school for it. If you want to like learn all the fundamentals and you want to learn all the like theory behind it. But I think that there are many ways to learn it. I think that a lot of the biggest artists in the world, you could ask all of them, and I bet you they'd tell you a different thing about it. But I think most of it just comes down to solo practice and put the hours in, and that's sort of how you get better at anything, I think.
Was there a point that you went from like, man, I love singing karaoke or like singing when my friends are around? Like, what was the moment where you're like, oh my God, I'm kind of a rock star?
Oh man, I'm still very superstitious about everything when it comes to this. Like, when it comes to everything in life, it's kind of bad. Like, I knock on wood like 1,000 times a day. It's probably like I could probably go to therapy for it. in that, like, I don't ever want to put the cart before the horse with anything.
Sure.
We have some really cool opportunities coming up where we get to play in front of some people that can do some stuff for the band and like elevate us to another level. And I'm always like cognizant of like staying humble and keeping continuing to work on the craft until I ever get ahead of myself and ever like let myself have an ego. You know?
Well, when this app blows up like TikTok style,
Yeah.
and you are the first rock star that ever performed on it, maybe that'll be the moment.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's get there, man. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, when Facebook buys the app, that's our moment.
That works for me, man. Sign me up.
Tell us about your next and last song and fire away.
Well, I just played a bunch of original content for a bunch of people who probably don't know who I am. Originally, you know what I mean? Everyone's just in here doing their thing. So I thought you got to throw a cover into the mix, man. You got to. So I was like, I'm going to play some John Denver at the end. Right? You got
it. Sorry, I just went performer only there. Hell
yeah. This is Country Road by John Denver.
Go get it.
I love this song, man. I want to make sure I'm in tune. I tune because I care. And you can't play John Denver with an out-of-tune guitar. It's sacrilege. So here we go. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life goes on there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, and growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Tree roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty days to moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning when she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And riding down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Country roads.
The whole thing was awesome. Except for when I went like this, and I think I got pit stains. That wasn't awesome.
You're working hard.
Yeah. Okay. So there's probably some people watching, as this is the first concert that are invested in this company potentially, in this awesome idea and concept. How do those people thank you for coming on and doing this by investing in you? Where can people support a band these days? I know back in the day you used to be able to buy a CD. Things are a little different now. So what's the best way to support Ryan Maier and Will and the Wolf?
Honestly, all I'd ask is like if you are on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, follow the band on Instagram. But I honestly like whatever streaming platform you use, we're all over there. Give us a try. That's it. Like give it a try. Give it a listen. That's all I can really ask. And I don't know. We got some live shows probably coming to Edmonton when things open up in the new year. So follow us so you can see when we are playing a show near you.
Cool. I also saw, I was checking out your merch, and there is a long sleeve black and neon pink unit that looks Bret Hart inspired.
Buddy, tell me about it. Yes.
Yeah, with your hair.
Like, online
or are you just a big Bret Hart fan?
Oh, buddy, you know what? It's probably a bit of column A, bit of column B for sure. That might have just been like sort of a Freudian thing. It just happened like that. But didn't think of that till now. But now we need to invest in some Whale and the Wolf wraparound shade.
Sure. Just start giving sharpshooters to people.
That's a good gimmick, man. On stage, one sharpshooter show. I love it.
Yeah, one submission per show. Thank you for being a part of BLive on the first ever, the maiden voyage. Thank you. Oh. I thought we froze there. We were all just taking in the moment.
Bye, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great weekend.
Cheers, buddy.